Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? Hope you're all doing really well and have a really great day. In this video, I want to talk to you all regarding why I don't use Windows for mining anymore. I used to be a big proponent in using Windows for mining. All right, just a disclaimer there. And another disclaimer is I have nothing against Windows. All right, I love Windows for mining. I think it's definitely a great option for those that are just starting out. And obviously it's free, right? You don't have to pay monthly like using Hive OS or Simple Mining or MinerStat or any Linux mining operating system for mining. Those have a monthly subscription, which sucks. And so when you're first starting off, in my opinion, Windows is a great option. I just wanted to start off with that because I don't want people to hate me thinking this video is to bash Windows. It's not. I want to give you guys in my personal situation as to why I am using Hive OS on most of my mining rigs, and I'm also using Simple Mining on a few. So let me start off first with the biggest reason why I'm using Hive OS now for just all of my rigs in this area is because of management and time. For me, most of you guys know, or hopefully know, I make a video every day, and I also have a full-time job. I have a family, I have a kid to take care of, and so Hive OS has given me the ability to manage my rigs in just, on my phone or on my computer through like a web GUI. Very easy to manage through a web interface, okay? And I can do it all in one web page, which is really nice. In Windows, you can't really do that. You'll have to either, use remote desktop or like AnyDesk or TeamViewer, to remote in to your mining rigs, or maybe you have a monitor plugged into each one. It's very cumbersome, especially if you're gonna start expanding and managing a lot of mining rigs. That is the biggest thing for me, is because, once I used to have Windows on, I would say like 10 mining rigs. It was okay, but it was not the best, and managing 10 mining rigs on Windows was definitely a trek, let me tell you. For those that have been with me for the past, I would say 3 years, I would say my first year of YouTube and mining, I was a heavy Windows user. It was great, it was free, and that was one of the biggest things that I liked about it. But then as time was going on, as my YouTube channel was getting busier, I still make videos every day, but it just got to the point where I couldn't manage my rigs under Windows, and trying to remote desktop into each one, that takes about, I would say a couple minutes to 5 minutes to change a miner over to a different, if I was wanting to mine a different coin or something, I had to change the batch file, I had to change the wallet address, the server. I had to do that, if you're doing that in Windows, you have to do it all manually. And so I made the switch to Linux mining, I would say 2 years ago. And let me tell you, I have never looked back. This has definitely saved my life. It has saved the time in terms of management. And that's really, honestly, the biggest reason why I'm not using Windows anymore. And you guys know, I have many other mining rigs as well, just not in this location. And I have those on Hive OS as well. So managing those has been very easy for me. And paying the $3 fee on Hive OS per month on each of the rigs is something that I'm willing to do now, because it has saved me a lot of time, a lot of headaches. And in my opinion, Linux mining has been a lot more stable than my Windows rigs. Another thing to talk about, another reason why I'm not using Windows is, when I was using Windows back then, is I used to have a lot of those smart adapters for a few of my mining rigs, where in Windows, especially if you're using MSI Afterburner or just a mining rig software overclock or something that maybe just froze the rig, it's like, oh man, I'm not near the rig, I can't turn it off. And so I had those smart adapters on On 240 actually, I do have a few of those smart adapters that Hash Raptor recommended. I think he uses still. But right now, I don't use any smart adapters because all of my mining rigs are super stable. This whole year, I have never had to touch any of these rigs. And so that is another reason, you know, that goes along with why I'm willing to pay for a mining operating system, a Linux mining operating system now, where I can manage it through a web GUI, and I know that they'll be stable and have a great uptime. With Windows, I know there are many different settings you can use to keep it, you know, if it froze or rebooted, once it comes back on, it will start mining again. There's a lot of settings you can set to do that, but of course, when you do that, you know, installing Windows is such a pain. You got to get all the startup stuff installed, you know, maybe change some registry settings. It's a lot of hassle, and that's something for me personally. I am not willing to, you know, do that for every new mining rig that I build. For me personally, in my situation, guys, just hopefully you guys understand that I'm not trying to bash Windows. It's just I'm in that stage of, I guess, my mining career, my mining journey, where I have to manage my mining rigs that make sense for me in my current situation. So time is very valuable, and that is like, yeah, the biggest reason why I'm not using Windows for my mining rigs anymore. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not trying to persuade people to move to HiveOS or Simple Mining or, you know, any other Linux mining operating system out there. I'm not persuading anyone to do that. I think Windows is a great option for mining. It really is. It's free, and if you can keep the uptime on Windows solid, great. I think that's like the best option, especially for new miners coming in. I think Windows is going to be the best option for you to start off first, because I would say most people who are starting out don't have like the minimum, maybe they don't have any crypto. And you know, when they're going to use HiveOS, of course there's a one rig free, but if you're using Hive on Pool, then you'll get it for free for a couple rigs or something. But if you want to mine to like a different mining pool, then you're going to get charged, right, for more than 4 rigs. Yeah, I think once you have 2 rigs, then they'll start charging you. So there's a few caveats there, you know, with mining with Linux. And like I said, as you're just starting out with mining, Windows is great. But in my personal situation, which I just talked about with you all, it's, you know, I've gotten to that stage now where Linux mining is, it's changed my life for the better. All right, as time is very valuable for me, and I need a way that's much easier to manage my rigs, easier to change wallets or flight sheets or anything like that on the fly, literally in less than 10 seconds, click, click, done, right? And all my mining rigs will change, you know, to a different pool that I set, or wallet, or even a mining software. That's one of the biggest pros, I guess, for Linux mining, is with a couple clicks, you can change it to a different mining software, changing, I guess, the flight sheets in HiveOS, for instance. And so in Windows, you know, you have to turn off the miner, and then you got to browse your downloads folder or wherever you saved your mining software, and you go to the next miner and open that up. And maybe if there's a new version of the mining software, like T-Rex Miner, for instance, on Windows, you're gonna have to download the new version, and then, you know, extract that, and then copy maybe your old batch file from the previous version, copy that in, and then you can get going on the new version of the miner. And so there's a lot more steps when you're going to be using, if you're going to be using Windows for mining versus HiveOS or something like that. Okay, so anyways, guys, I think that's it. I explained just in my personal situation. I have to reiterate that this, in my personal situation, I have moved on to using Linux because of time, and management has been much easier. That's basically it. And I have nothing against Windows for mining. All right, I have to say that many times. A lot of people are gonna yell at me in the comments. You guys better not yell at me in the comments regarding why I should, you know, I should use Windows or something. Red Panda, you should use Windows on all of your rigs. No, guys, no. I'm gonna have nightmares using Windows on my rigs. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you all. Have a good one, and peace out.